to Paradox View. Today, we are here with a spectacular story of a man who survived 438 days in the Pacific Ocean. But before moving on to the story, we would like to inform you that there are links in the description below to other languages.
We are all survivors, but could you imagine surviving without your favorite food, no regular attire, beaten by the heat of the sun, mentally shaken and physically exhausted? Hell no! That would be our worst nightmare. But you would be totally thunderstruck to know that a person survived in such situations. Yes, we are speaking about an incredibly strong soul who bravely survived 438 days on a fishing boat in the Pacific Ocean for Salvador Alvarenga.
This is a kind of an unbelievable story of a man in a boat washed upon the isolated Marshall Islands in the North Pacific. And this marks to be one of the extraordinary tales of survival at sea. Let me take you through his journey of survival. Firstly, as mentioned by sources, Alvarenga was a skillful fisherman and a qualified sailor who spent years fishing commercially. He and Cordoba set out from the fishing village in Mexico on 17th November 2012. They sailed for 120 kilometers for fishing. That's like deep sea fishing. After having plenty fish caught, they seemed pretty satisfied. A tropical storm. Yes, they were blown off by a storm that lasted 5 days. Once the storm calmed, they were returning back to the shore. While they were 24 kilometers away from the shore, their motor and electronics died. And within 5 days, winds blew them 450 kilometers away. They knew they were in a totally messed up condition when they were forced to dump 500 kilograms of fresh fish overboard to make the boat maneuverable in the bad weather. A big loss was glued onto their fishing career. Alvarenga had spoken to his boss on a two-way radio asking for help, and to make matters worse, the battery died. As a consequence of the storm, the two men were in the open ocean, not knowing what to do and where to go, since they had no sails, nor oars, nor any other way to contact the shore. Their boss set up a searching team that worked for not more than 2 days. As hours became days and days became months, their bodies were exhausted. Cordoba eventually died due to sickness, and it was this man alone who had to fight every second for his survival. Without losing any faith on his creator, he managed to make himself strong. He kept a track of time by counting the phases of the moon. Alvarenga managed to catch fish, turtles, and seabirds and continued to feed on them for months. As the sun set and the stars shined, his mind was playing clips of the good old days of his life. Every sunrise was bringing him a ray of hope to wash away his pain. Alvarenga had seen several ships while drifting alone but was unable to call for help. So now, we may be nearly halfway through the 438-day survival. Every day, he had to face the challenge to eat raw flesh and drink the collected rainwater. Sources also say that he drank turtle's blood to calm his thirst. Isn't it great, guys? He survived on dishes with the worst ingredients. Although his body was fed with the worst ingredients, his soul was fed with confidence and hopefulness, so this gave him assurance to survive. As a result of his eating habits, his body went through several changes. What did he do now? So, he accepted the problems, he faced the problems with his intelligence. Although he lost every battle against his problems, he never gave up. He eventually was acquiring the power to train his mind in an optimistic way. After counting his 15th lunar cycle, he could see land on Marshall Islands. On 30th January 2014, he abandoned his boat and swam to the shore where he communicated with a local couple.
Alvarenga's journey had lasted 438 days.
If you found this interesting, click on the subscribe button and also the little bell icon to get notified so that you don't miss on any upcoming videos.